Hi everyone, Nathan here from MK Sports Talk coming at you for your Week 13 roundup. Looking forward to a nice Monday Night Football game between the Patriots of New England and the Baltimore Ravens, renewing their classic rivalry from all the years past. You know, you have Tom Brady in classic form going against Joe Flacco, who is Joe Flacco elite, has become now a catchphrase out there. So, coming at you from downtown Boston, not being a homer, just here for work. So just kind of wrapping up the week and starting a good business week for me. So up here trying to create some business for the tire company I work for. So just wanted to give you a quick minute to see how things are going out there and recap a fun week we had in NFL. So New England is going to be extremely hot against the Ravens. Although New England has no defense, you really have a high-scoring game coming up. I think it'll be an entertaining game. And Baltimore has a really stout run defense, so I think you're going to see a lot of Tom Brady, a lot of throws, quick throws against Joe Flacco and his resurgent offense. And they looked extremely well last week, pummeling the Dolphins, which a lot of teams frankly have. So just going out on a limb here, I'm going to call it. You're going to see Tom Brady win 31-28. It is going to be a little bit more of a high-scoring affair. I think it's going to be entertaining. I don't think you're going to see a lot of runs, but you're going to see the typical Tom Brady quick dink dunk and get right down the field with that. So that's tonight for you. And just the hot topic for today, as I know my co-partner here, Nevin, is definitely on the hot seat as he loves to bash Jeff Fisher. So one thing I would like to mention is that I would like to see Jeff Fisher would have stayed for at least one more game, because for the fact that no other reason than he would have been losing his coach in NFL history at that point. So it's not something you get to see every day, and most coaches are trying to achieve wins, but Jeff would have been the losingest coach in NFL history. So I'm sorry, Jeff, you didn't get to be the record holder. I'm sorry you got to share that for a little while longer, but it is something that eventually will come your way, because some team is going to go out on a limb and give you a chance to ruin their franchise for a couple more years. So sorry you didn't adapt to the times, Jeff. You had a really decent offense and your defense is really well there. It's just a matter of you wanting to adapt to the times and changes, and you just neglected to do that. And I think your little blow up with Eric Dickerson didn't help matters at all. And I think Stan Kroenke and those guys over there in Los Angeles really want to build something to be proud of. And I think you kind of hindered that. And lying about talking to Eric, who's a NFL Hall of Famer, I think was a pretty big mistake. So, but who's going to replace Jeff? Let's look at the obvious choices. Josh McDaniels. Offensive mastermind up there in New England. He's someone you really want to get behind with Jared Goff. If Jared Goff is going to be your guy going forward, then you need to put an offensive-minded guy behind them and then give them an open checkbook to hire the defensive coordinator it's going to take to really run that franchise. So Josh McDaniels is a very good choice. I think that by putting up 6 touchdowns offensively, that Kyle Shanahan is now maybe a top choice as well too, because he's doing great things with the Falcons down there in Atlanta. And how much more of an audition do you need to basically put up more points than the Rams have done all season offensively in one game? I think it's 5-6. The Rams have only scored 5 offensive touchdowns all year. So it's really sad when you're a new franchise and you've had 6 or 7 home games now and only put up 5 touchdowns, and the Falcons come in and hang 42 on you with 6 touchdowns. I think that's something you should be pretty concerned about. So Shanahan's a good one. Josh McDaniels. I think you might have a dark horse here. I think you're going to maybe see a guy like Jim Harbaugh's name thrown around. I don't think he would leave Michigan at this point. He's already making, I think it's a little over $7 million per year, so I can't imagine how he would really want to jump back into the NFL ranks with a team that's capable of winning the national championship game and title for many years to come up there in Michigan. But he didn't really want to leave the NFL, and because my 49ers are ridiculously stupid and hard-headed, and they can't just get along to win. Because why would you want to go to the NFC Championship game every single year or the Super Bowl? Because that would be too much fun, and it'd be hurtful to the franchise to have a long-tenured head coach who wants to be there rather than run him out of town like they did, guys like George Seifert. So Jim Harbaugh will be there. They'll probably throw quite a big number at him and go from there. but I don't imagine him leaving the NFL ranks. So just my quick take on that. I think McDaniels would be a great fit to replace Jeff, or Kyle Shanahan and his dad would also probably come along as well too and help with whatever needs. Guys, thanks for taking the time to tune into MK Sports Talk. We appreciate your views, and please share this as much as you possibly can. Enjoy the game tonight.